Great.
Okay. Okay, so Kelvin, first of all, thanks for agreeing to do this interview for the students at Waterloo. It's an important part of the program that they're doing, and thank you for doing it. The first question that I've got for you is if you could, first of all, tell us about yourself, what your current or most immediate roles have been, and how you got there. How did someone like you get into the position that you're in now?
Okay, Peter, thanks for inviting me to talk to the students. I've enjoyed a number of years working with yourself and Waterloo as a visiting scholar, and I think this opportunity for this program is something that you and I have worked hard on. So it's great to be able to speak to the students. For me, I guess my career has been one of going from the private sector to the NGO world. So I've spent about half my career in both. Started with organizations like Sears and Canadian Tire, and I've worked my way up all the ranks of the IT area. But I've been a CIO in the NGO sector for the last 15 plus years. My passion is really about leadership and what technology can do to help move organizations forward, and how to blend the use of technology with understanding the requirements of the business and whatever business that is, whether nonprofit or whether profit, but it's really how to leverage that. In terms of my current role, I'll talk to two of them, because I think one thing that's really important as we progress in our careers, especially in the IT sector, is the give back. And I think we really want, I feel passionate about the give back in terms of being able to give back to our local communities, to be able to help with the students, to move forward and mentoring. And I think two roles I'll talk about is that of one of the co-founders of NetHope, and I'm currently vice chair. And I guess the students are at least somewhat familiar, and will be very familiar with NetHope over the coming months, because the project they're working on is one that is through NetHope members. And so the other role I'll talk about is
I'm sure that phone will go away.
That phone will go away, and apologize for the interference. The other role that I'm currently working on is I work for the Federation of the Red Cross, and I am my executive lead there on a major initiative that is looking at helping to bridge the digital divide throughout the 187 countries that they work in.
Thank you. And so overall, Kelvin, you come from a technology background, but so do you feel that technology will have or can have a positive or a negative role with respect to development?
Oh, I think it absolutely can have a positive role, and I think it's proving out in every day how positive. Everything from the Arab Spring, where social media has been given, I guess, some credit for helping to get communication out there. I think we every day with NetHope and our partners, we push the envelope for e-health and e-education, and how to in many ways leapfrog, so some of these communities don't have to go through the same learnings that we have, but potentially go right to wireless, right to mobile, in terms of their ability to leverage technology. But I think it's like anything else. I think there's two sides to every coin, and I think technology can also be harmful if we don't, and exactly what we're trying to do at the Red Cross, bridge that digital divide. Because if that digital divide gets worse, those economies will get worse. The people will not take advantage of and be able to leverage the wonderful many things that we take for granted in our world around how to use the digital assets, if you will. So I think, in short, I think it can be a wonderful thing, but it needs planning, it needs dedication. It needs to basically be put forward in a way that is looking at the beneficiaries in many cases, and how to leverage technologies and not take advantage of people.
And so you've mentioned the work that you've been doing, at the Red Cross on the digital divide. Can you tell people what exactly is the digital divide? What do you mean when you use that phrase?
Well, the digital divide is really the we talk about it in different ways. It's the haves and have-nots in terms of technology, but I think the key areas of differentiation are things like connectivity. What we don't understand oftentimes is the lack of connectivity. In many cases, is because of lack of infrastructure, but then that makes the cost of connectivity prohibitive, which means people are paying up to 10 or 100 times as much for a megabyte of data that we do. So for us, what is something that's quite easy to be able to tap into our iPads or our mobiles or whatever to do stuff. Many of these places either don't have connectivity or people can't afford it. Therefore, they're not allowed. They're not sort of put into the 21st century economy. They're not able to get the schooling right from the beginning. They're not able to even access health care the way we want to. So I think it's basically access to the basic technologies, access to training, so that you could use that technology, and then of course content. If the content isn't relevant to a local language or to a local culture, then that too becomes an issue. So in terms of what we're doing at the Red Cross, we did a lot of analysis and created a full survey to actually try and define for the 187 countries the difference between the haves and have-nots and where that digital divide was. And part of our conclusion is that it's very much around context. In the Red Cross context, for a Red Cross member, one of the 187 countries, the digital divide is around can technology help them help more beneficiaries? Can technology help them to do what they do better and faster and more efficiently? And the third thing is, can it have an impact on having them be more involved in the movement of the Red Cross to help other Red Crosses and to leverage and learn?
Thank you. And so one area that we look at inside the course is the One Laptop Per Child program, which started at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and now has moved beyond that. But have you had come into contact with that, and do you have any feelings about it yourself?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question, because OLPD is